A small plane crash, it's blamed on pilot error. But are we missing something? Are too many crashes simply blamed on a pilot who cannot defend themselves? Here to talk about that is Deborah Hersman from the National Safety Council. Deborah used to be the head of the National Transportation Safety Board. That's the federal agency that examines all aviation disasters, big and small. Deb, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you here. So, do we really know what causes these crashes?
Every year there are about 1,500 of these crashes, and the NTSB is investigating those and determining what happened to prevent accidents from occurring in the future. And I will tell you, these are the worst situations that any family can encounter. 500 fatalities a year on average due to small plane crashes, and these can be very difficult situations.
Difficult situations, but it seems to me it's an open question if it's all pilot error. What's your assessment?
Well, I would say in general it's not just small plane crashes, but events that occur anywhere in transportation. Look at today's report on the Asiana crash. Primary cause there, probable cause, had to do with the mismanagement of the approach by the pilots. That doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of things going on underneath. The complexity of the systems, the familiarity, the training, the manuals, all of it. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, pilots are really on the pointy end of the spear. They might be the one that made the last decision or the last choice. And 80% of accidents across all modes of transportation are attributed to human factors.
Well, you make a great point. I'm curious if these small planes actually have black boxes, because that always answers questions, right?
Well, that is a tremendous challenge for investigators. They arrive on scene in an accident, and they don't have a lot of information to go by. Cockpit voice recorders are really only required when you've got a multi-engine turbine aircraft with 6 or more seats. Flight data recorders, again, multi-engine turbine aircraft with 10 or more seats. And so these investigators are working with very little information. Sometimes it's just a smoking hole in the ground.
So you have no information at all. Let's talk a little bit about how old these planes are. Now, I've been out in some of these planes, and they do not look like they've got brand new technology to me.
Well, the interesting thing is really that we're seeing a graying of the fleet, not just the graying of the fleet of aircraft where we have a lot of older aircraft, some that aren't even manufactured anymore. But these are planes that people grew up flying. They love them, they maintain them, and they want to keep flying them. We're also seeing a graying of the pilot population. We don't have a lot of really young pilots coming in, but the new aircraft that are coming off the line, they have a lot of technology in them, glass cockpits with a lot of tools to help pilots, whether it's onboard weather or collision avoidance systems. They've got a lot on there now.